Hey, what's going on, everybody? I am back. This is actually the third time I've tried to film this video. I'm getting used to this new, I got the Sony a7 Mark IV that just came out, and I'm really loving it. It's just transition between mirrorless and DSLR. But anyway, sorry I've been gone for so long. I was traveling in New York and LA, getting some business stuff done, as well as working on 4.0 for a while. That is completely out now, the full new update about branded one-product dropshipping. This video is about the pros and cons and the differences between general one-product dropshipping and branded one-product dropshipping. And it's so funny to me how, like, in 2019 now, I'm talking about what's better, general one-product dropshipping or branded one-product dropshipping, when I started, I had to convince people that one-product dropshipping was better than general dropshipping. Like, everyone used to do those general stores and everything. I really brought the one-product dropshipping to light. And now, as dropshipping always has, it's continually evolving. So this is the best way you can possibly get on top of things and be profitable with dropshipping in 2019. But before I start this video, be sure to subscribe and turn post notifications on, because as you can see, I answer any and all questions below in the comments within the first hour. So you gotta have the post notifications on in order to get that alert to get your questions answered. And if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button right now. I've tried this 3 times and it's been very frustrating. I've been putting a lot of work into this video when it's a very simple video. So if you could just help me out and just smash that like button so much for me, that helped me out so much. Now, let me get right into it. So first, I'm gonna describe the difference between what general one-product dropshipping is and branded one-product dropshipping. So with general one-product dropshipping, you have a general name. My specific name was One Deal at a Time. That allows you to test multiple products in the same store, easily swap out the products, use the same Facebook page and all that. With branded one-product dropshipping, there's really 2 ways to go about it. You can either have the general names domain of the product, such as fidgetspinner.com, walkingalarmclock.com. It's like the general name, so that gives you the full authority and whatever. Or you can make your own branded name, and I'm gonna get into this way later, but that's basically the difference. In the simplest terms, general one-product dropshipping has a general name signifying you have one deal, while branded one-product dropshipping, the entire website, everything is correlated to one specific product and based around one specific product. And now I'll go over the pros and cons of both, and you guys can choose what's best for you. Here are the pros of general one-product dropshipping. One, when you test products, this is really good for beginners, like really new beginners. When you test one product, you don't have to put all of the work into building a website for one product. You know, you can easily put everything in one Facebook page, say One Deal at a Time Facebook page with a onedealatatime.com domain. And then you can list, you can test the product for 3 days on onedealatatime.com. That doesn't work. Okay, all you gotta do is go into the website. You gotta swap out the product and the descriptions and the videos, and then launch a new ad in the same Facebook page. So it's very simple like that. You don't have to keep buying domains. You don't have to keep going in and swapping out all the info, which is going to be a little difficult. I'm not going to lie. You're going to have to put in a lot more work at the beginning, especially when you don't know what you're doing, because you're going to have to really literally change everything about it, the privacy policy and all that. And that's going to be more on the cons of branded one-product dropshipping. I'm just going to focus on the pros right here. It's cost effective and it gets you learning. It gets you learning without investing too much time and money. It's like very cost effective and time effective too. You can literally build out everything in about 3 to 4 hours, literally from going from nothing to building an entire store and launching your Facebook ad. And then swapping products generally takes about 20 to 30 minutes when you want to test a different product. It's that simple. Now, the cons of it would be you're not branding at all from the start, and that's one of the big things I recognized when I started this, when I was doing general one-product dropshipping. Nowadays, I just do branded dropshipping. There's no longevity in what you're building, because you're not really building a brand. You're just like selling one product under your website, and you can't really brand a product under a general website. It's just gonna be way too difficult. But if you do choose to brand that product, say you launch a product under One Deal at a Time or onedealnow.com, and it starts to take off, you do about $5,000 the first week. You're like, okay, I want to transition this into a branded one-product dropshipping. It could fail after that, and a lot of people who are well-versed in dropshipping know that when you mess with anything, ad copy, when you mess with like targeting, any little change could literally fuck up the entire website, fuck up your entire flow, and it could literally just never take off again. It's happened so many times. So when you launch everything under a general one-product store name, when you go to transition it into a brand name, you'll need a whole new Facebook page. You'll need to go in and change every single thing about your website in order to fit it into a branded one-product dropshipping store related to that one product. Change the privacy policy, terms of service, everything. Change the email, completely rebrand yourself. So all those customers you already got are not gonna really recognize, or maybe even seem like it's a scam when they get emails from a completely different company that they never heard before related to their product. So that would definitely be the downside of things. And that's why I've transitioned into brand one-product dropshipping, just because it's like, I like the long-term game. The whole idea, and now I can smoothly transition to the pros of branding one product dropshipping, and this is one of the biggest pro. The whole idea of branding one product dropshipping is branding one product from the start and scaling it so much and owning either the domain of the product or the domain of the name of the specific product. I'll get into that in a second, so that you actually become a big brand. And what happens when your brand's doing very successful, you might get picked up by Target, you might get picked up by Walmart, you might get picked up by, you know, any of these big box retailers, like the burrito blanket guys. They're drop shipping a burrito blanket, all of a sudden they're doing tens of thousands a day and they get hit by Macy's for a huge order. And I don't know about you guys, but that is definitely my end goal here. My end goal is to own 5 brands with 1 product each, because I think you can definitely make a lot more money owning 5 brands each with 1 powerful product than 1 brand with like 5 mediocre products, unless you're like Apple or something, but that's a whole different case. So boom, that's one of the biggest pros of branding one product dropshipping. The second pro is when you own the domain, like I said, I always use this example, like fidgetspinner.com. If you own fidgetspinner.com and you own that domain from the very beginning, you now have the full authority, of that product. You are the authority figure of that product, and everybody knows. Everyone wants to buy on-brand products. Well, most people want to buy branded products, the official brand. They don't want the knockoff, they want the official. So if people perceive your website as being the official because you have the official domain, your sales are gonna skyrocket. Again, when I was doing general one product dropshipping, it took me 6-7 months to get to $100,000. When I switched over to branded one product dropshipping, the first product I found with my product research method, literally I'd scaled to $100,000 in like 5 weeks. It was that simple, because people are starting to catch on to dropshipping. People are definitely recognizing what a dropshipping website is. So the more official, the more branded you can make yourself perceived to be, or actually be, like you order them with order in bulk with white label and everything. That's the people who are actually going to live. Those are the people who are going to sustain, and those are the people who are going to thrive and do way more than just survive out here, because getting into the big box retailers is the end goal, and the only way you can do that is with a brand. And again, if you do find the domain and nobody's taken the general name of that product, that's generally the best way you can do it, because chances are they haven't taken a Facebook page with the name, they haven't taken an Instagram handle with that name. So now you got all this free SEO just shooting up right at you, completely on your, especially if you know what you're doing with SEO, you'll instantly float to the top, and anyone who searches like fidget spinner or like anything like blackcharcoalmask.com, you're instantly going to be at the top of that search result, because that's just how the game goes. However, there are 2 techniques with that. That is the best way, but I understand that a lot of the time the domains will be taken. And if the domain is taken, like if there's fidgetspinner.com, you can do the fidgetspinner.com. You can do, you know, just a slight variation of it, but you don't want to go too far off, because you want that official authority, but just like variations of it. But if all those are taken, this is a trick my friend Jacob Oaks taught me. Shout out Jacob Oaks. Say someone comes to your website and it is, say, that blackcharcoalmask.com. Okay, they can go to Google, type in black charcoal mask, and they can find tons and tons of results of where they can probably get it from cheaper. Since you are the branded domain, it's likely they're going to order from you, but a lot of people are just going to look at the price and order from whoever sells it the cheapest. So to combat that, what you can do is make your branded product a name that when you type into Google, there are no other results. For example, if you don't want to use fidget spinner, you can do flippy360.com. So when someone types in flippy360 on Google, there are no results, and they're like, oh, this must be like the only one. Obviously, this is like way back in the past, before anyone knew what fidget spinners were, but this is just an example. Those are your 2 choices. You can either do the branded domain of the general name, that's super powerful, or make up your own brand name, but a brand name that's relative specifically to that product, that when you Google it, doesn't show any of that other product where people can also buy it, so it seems like you're the only one out there. Those are the 2 techniques, and that's another huge pro, as you can imagine, when you're looking at this. And then finally, we come to the cons of branded one product dropshipping. So in order to do this, as with most things in business, in order to stand out, in order to be the best, in order to be better than everyone else, you will need to put in more time and more effort. A lot of people aren't okay with that, and that's fine, especially at the beginning. But what you got to realize is, you know, it was only 10 years ago where if you want to start a business, a non-online business, still now, you'd have to put up like $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, get that loan up front, hire all these employees, put all this money up front, and then maybe in 2 to 3 years, you're going to profit. Now you can literally start profiting in a couple weeks with a couple $100s out. And people always message me and they're like, oh, I don't have the money to start, a couple $100s, that's risky, man. I don't know, it's kind of freaky. Well, it's like, okay, how much did your shoes cost that you're wearing? How much is that shirt? I mean, you just gotta think, if you're stressing over losing a couple $100, this might not be cut out for you. And that's just all I'm saying. If you're stressing about putting a little bit more work in, this might not be for you. At the beginning, it might be okay because you're more easily able to test this, and this is what the con's about. You will have to buy a new domain every time you test a product, which is like $12 on Google Domains. You will have to go through and make a new Facebook page every single time. You will have to go through and make a new ad as you normally would. You will have to go through and change the name of every single thing on your website. You'd have to go through and make a new email on Gmail. You'd have to go through, change the terms of service, privacy policy, refund policy, and all that. Now that's gonna take you a total of about an hour to 2 hours. Once you start to get good at first, it might be a little like iffy because you're gonna be a little confused because it can be confusing. But again, as most things, the more you stay consistent with it, the more you do it, the quicker you start to be able to replicate it and keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. You really don't need multiple Shopify subscriptions. You can keep it all under one base. You can just keep changing out the domains and the products and everything. Me personally, I like to test with multiple branded one product dropshipping stores. So like last week I launched 3, and one's at $1,600, the other one's like at $800, and one went to like $100. So I cut the $100 out. Now I'm focusing on scaling those 2, and then that third one I'm going to swap out the domain, change everything about the website, and scale that as well. So I usually like to stick to about 3 one product branded one product dropshipping stores. I feel like that's the most I can really handle at one time. But honestly, that's the only con. It's just a little bit more money, a little bit more time, but it really comes down to how much do you want it? How much do you really want it? How much do you want to stand out? And how much do you want to just brand from the get-go? Because if you do start that general product, like I said, and then you transition it later, you're gonna run into some problems. It's just a variable on how many problems you're gonna find. But anyway, guys, this video went way smoother than my last two. The last two were a headache. Now I finally got the audio levels down on this. Now I finally got the focal range and everything like this set up perfectly to where I want it. It is a beautiful day. It is a beautiful camera, and it can be a beautiful life if you really let it. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you do want to learn more about branded one product dropshipping and my brand new Simplify 4.0 update, the description's below, simplifydropshipping.com. That covers all the newest Facebook ad tactics. That covers the newest branded one product dropshipping techniques. All of that step by step, click by click. You can go ahead and check that out below. Also, if you guys enjoyed that video and you made it this far, you might as well just hit that like for me right now. I love the likes. Keep the likes coming. The more likes, the better. It helps me out so much, and that's my motivation for making these videos when I see that like number high. So please hit that like. Be sure to subscribe, turn post notifications on if you want to talk to me within the first hour of every single video. And just best of luck to everybody. There's no beautiful way to live life than free as possible. That's how we're meant to be. Get out of the constraints. Peace.